All right, we are back, and I am here with a person you all know very well. Leo is going to be actually doing a run now. He's going to give us Portal glitchless. So take it away, Leo.
Thank you very much, Gambit. Yeah, I'm Leo. I speedrun Portal, the glitches category, which, as the name suggests, has no glitches. So you won't see anything too crazy with me shooting portals through walls and like that. But you will see me complete a very well-known game in about 20 minutes, I think I'd say. So I'm going to load into the game, and there'll be about a couple of seconds where we have a little downtime, but I will count us in for the timer. So let's start loading in now. So the timer starts when the crosshair appears, which I can say is in about 5, 4, 3, 1. So, Portal, I'm pretty sure everyone's heard of Portal. If you haven't, it's a puzzle game made by Valve in 2007, which is going back, 14 years this year. And effectively, it's a puzzle game that we use portals to move about. Now, on a casual playthrough, you might be able to complete it in, I won't say maybe an afternoon, but probably it will take you a little bit longer, especially if you aren't just kind of too keen on puzzle games. But I think it's sort of a cornerstone of games now, especially in gaming culture. So we're gonna wait for this timer to count down. This is GLaDOS. She's talking. She's quite chatty, but she often makes snarky comments. Let's gonna do one flip with the radio, and let's go. So you're gonna see me doing a lot of bunny hopping here. This is where we're constantly hopping to get ourselves just a little bit of extra speed. It's faster than basically walking everywhere, but there's another faster way to move, which is something called back hopping. Or accelerated back hopping, but as we are running the glitches category, that is a banned tech. So a lot of kind of generally speaking, a lot of tricks and stuff that you may see in, say, inbounds or outbounds, simply put, just don't exist in glitchless because, as the name suggests, it's glitchless. We're trying to basically play the game reasonably closer to how Valve intended it to be made. Now, all of these kind of intro ones, unfortunately, pretty straightforward of just putting button on cube, then running through thing. Um, until we get the portal gun, we are just gonna have to keep running around everywhere. But once we get the portal gun, you will see we're going to move rather quickly through all the chambers. Helps a lot with speed and how to get around because hopping everywhere kind of slow. Let's be honest. Having to run everywhere is not the best. But portals pretty much instant. So the instant we get the dual portal device, about halfway through the run, we are gonna pick up the pace quite a bit. Um, Unfortunately, another lovely monologue about us. Cool. So you may notice at the bottom left there is sort of an input display, which can help with trying to understand what buttons am I pressing, what am I doing. Um, and you'll see the sort of this S key, which is space, is constantly flashing. That's because I'm basically using the scroll wheel to hop everywhere. Makes it so much easier, so I don't have the time pressing space. But also just helps with kind of seeing what I'm up to as a general. Just looks kind of nice on stream as well. Yeah, that is 03, so that's 00, 01, 02, and 03. I'd say in just over 3 minutes. Not bad going, I would say. So, 04. First time we get to kind of go a little bit faster. We're gonna put a portal here, grab the cube, and pop it on the button. And that's it. You can see we're using the portal to move there instead of hopping around this distance. It's much faster. And 05 here is the, I want to say the first, like, quote-unquote tripping point, I would say. You know, every speed game has a tripping point, be that 5 minutes in, 2 minutes in, or what have you. But this is like the first one where if you mess up, it can set you back a little bit. But it was that little cube drop there that was it. That drop there can result in you having to go down, pick it back up, or reload a save. Just wastes time. Now, you're going to notice, at the end of every single chamber, I'm going to be standing towards the back of the chamber lift. And that's simply because, I can't remember, I think on some chambers, the collision for sort of telling the elevator to stop moving is way at the back here, rather than towards the front. But once it's moving, we're going to sit towards the front so that we can get out as soon as possible. So once again, hopping around everywhere, we're going to hop through that portal, not even going to bother doing the puzzle, which you'll see quite a lot. We're not going to do the puzzles for most of these. But, 09 here coming up, sorry, 07. Sorry, 07 coming up here is also another one of these where we're going to do a fling, what's called a fling. So basically jumping through this portal and landing on the one below it, you fly through while replacing a portal. We're going to do that a couple of times as well later on, but with the dual portal device it becomes a lot easier because you can just place a portal at your feet rather than trying to kind of strafe through the air to get to it. Okay. Oh wait. This chamber is very funky because we just do this. Within 30 seconds, we have completed the chamber. Just like that. Puzzle? What puzzle? It's done. So, there's two ways to complete that chamber. Going to the left or to the right. Left is slightly faster, but at the end of the day, you're still finishing the chamber very, very quickly. So we're going to grab this cube. We're going to do a little cube throw to save a little time, and just like that. Another chamber done within less than 30 seconds. It's going to be a pretty common thing where you're going to see chambers completed within not even a minute and a half. And when we get later into the game, the GLaDOS fight will take a little bit longer, but that's because GLaDOS just drones on and on. But you'll see, most chambers nice and quick.
Would you say that GLaDOS drones on like a in-game bad guy?
I suppose you could say so. And we got the fling there. That is a very tricky fling because of the camera. The way that the player camera moves in this game is a little weird. It tries to follow you as best as it can, but whenever you go through a portal, especially at a weird angle, and going from, say, looking down to looking straight forward, it can sort of have a bit of a moment. But most of the time, it's okay. But you'll notice there's a couple times where it'll struggle, it'll turn us around for some reason, but most of the time it's okay. So, we now have the dual portal device. You'll see there right at the end I use another portal to move instead of hopping. Same deal, unless, like here, there is no portal surface to use. Going to do a fling here. First try, always good. And we're going to try for a cube throw. Let's see how it goes. So we're going to do another fling just to get over here. We're going to grab this cube and we're going to go for a cube throw. If it doesn't work, we're going to try one more time, and then failing that, there we go, second time, not too bad. One of the hardest cube throws in the game, simply just due to the fact that you're throwing it so far, it has to land at a right angle, has to land on the button for long enough. It is possible to make the cube land on it perfectly, but it's a feat and a half to do it. So it does take a lot of practice to get that. We're going to do another cube throw here. If I can get enough height there, that'd be great. There we go. Just like that. 13 is done. Another less than 30 seconds. Chamber. Now, you're probably wondering, how do people kind of figure out how to do all this? And simply put, that's because you have so much freedom with how to play this game. Another example of the camera playing up. But 14 is, when I think of speedrunning this game, 14 is the first chamber I think of. That chamber is pretty long. There's a lot of kind of parts to it that stitch together to make a longer chamber. Except the fact that you can do just what I did there, or an alternative method of it, which is a bit more casual, that is just so much faster than doing the actual chamber. It's like, that's what made me thought, there must be a way to speedrun this game, you know? First cycle there, always good. We're going to do another fling here. Now, if you're wondering, why does it keep saying saved at the bottom? Anytime I go to do a trick, what I do is I do a quick save. I have a button on my keyboard that makes a quick save. And I can load back to that at any point with another button. So basically it means that if I fail a trick, I can do it again. Most of the time, if you're doing really well, you won't need to do said reload of save, but generally speaking, we kind of avoid using it, but it's good to have it there. You do need it. Now, Android Hell, as I like to call it. This is the one with all the turrets. We're going to shoot through this tiny little gap. And we're going to do a lot of portal peaks, is what they're called here. So you can see, I'm basically going to move my orange portal without actually basically moving. And just like that, Android Hell is done. So that's called portal peeking, where you shoot a portal on a wall, but come back through the portal you basically shot it through. That moves it around a lot, but while keeping your kind of original portal in the same place. Yeah, pretty solid Android Hell. Nothing too crazy. But now the fan favorite, the companion cube. And as you might expect, speedrun. We're gonna climb up this real fast, but we're not gonna do the puzzles. What are we, casuals? That was very close. That orb nearly hit me. We're gonna use this companion cube and a camera coming up to basically cheese our way through. So let me grab this camera, pop it down here. We're gonna grab the companion cube and we're gonna put it on top. And just like that, we have boosted over the wall. No puzzles needed, no nothing. And we're now gonna throw the companion cube in the incinerator. No remorse, no care in the world, because we have better things to do. Or a little cube throw there to save a little bit of time. Just like that. Companion cube gone. That's actually probably the smoothest 17 I've done in a while. So much so that I got a little bit of a gold. So, let's use the camera once more to our advantage. See that door over there? We're going to come back to that in a second. Let me grab this camera and lodge it here. If I can line that up, that would be wonderful. And we're going to step on this button and lodge that camera open. Like that. Sorry, lodge the door open with the camera. And just like that, we are through. I'm going to go for what's called a reportal. Fortunately, didn't hit it. Gives you a little bit of extra height, skips one of the sections. And before you ask, yes, it is allowed in the glitches category. That's it, we are now approaching the last, I'd say 4 levels? 8, so 19, EO0, EO1, EO2, so 4 chambers. See, I'm standing at the back here to get that elevator to move straight away. We are starting to approach GLaDOS. So we're gonna break free in 19 here. Hop our way around here. Another set of portal peaks again. Unfortunately, make sure to load the right autosave. Okay. You might be wondering, why did we see the previous chamber just then? That's because I hit the wrong save button. Just like that, we have left the testing track. Not sure why I moved with the door there. Have not done that before. Let's hop down here. And up. And we now hop through here. Cool. We are going to move over here. We're going to stand in a very specific spot that gives just a little bit of height. Just make sure I've got that there. There we go, I can hear that's hit now. One of the kind of trickier little narrow gaps to shoot through, but got there eventually. Another peak there. Moving all the way down. So, we're going to, unfortunately, though, slow away the casual one. Fling our way over. Pop a couple of portals down. Shoot through that gap. If we can get to that portal, that would be wonderful. And we're going to then just move our way along here. Nice and easy. Okay, so this level, ooh, that's close. This level will give us a little bit of an insight as to speedrun rise, how we're gonna save a bit of time here. You see this turret down here? We're gonna use him to break some glass for us. If you play the game casually, you will know that coming up there is a there is a part where we would normally a rocket turret, but with the use of the turret, I'm gonna break the glass. Unfortunately, that rocket did not come through, so a little bit of wasted time here, unfortunately. But no stress, happens. There we go, hit that portal eventually. And just like that, we are through to the last section of the game. So we're gonna do a pretty cool fling here. Basically, make sure to hit that. You can see we've entirely skipped to basically the entire section of that puzzle by just doing one very cool fling and a skip through. So we are now on the glass fight. We've got quite a bit of talking here. So let's set up for the first core, and we'll go from there.
Maybe you could settle for that, and we'll just call it a day. I guess we both know that isn't going to happen. You chose this path. Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise in 5, 4. Time up.
You see the cube, the orb, sorry, pops straight through. So we got about, I want to say, 40 seconds here. So Gambit, if you have anything you want to bring up, go ahead.
You have one donation that came in at $4.50 from Halos Now. It says, "Good luck to all runners."
Lovely, thank you. Any donation is very much appreciated, and there are a variety of incentives that all affect the runs coming up tomorrow. Definitely would recommend. So this GLaDOS fight, what we're going to do is we're going to basically stand in this very specific spot to reduce the amount of time the rocket has to lock on. And we're going to basically bit by bit destroy GLaDOS with these orbs. And of course, being speedrunners, we're doing it in the most optimal way possible. We're opening the incinerator before we get the core. It opens just long enough. We're going to grab this blue core, hop down, and we are starting to come up on time. So when we throw in this last core and the crosshair disappears, will be time. So let's grab this last core, and I want to say in 5, 4, 3, 1. That's time. So interesting enough, that is a PB. Yeah, that's GLaDOS. That's Portal. That's GLaDOS. Glitchless. So
we have had some very good runs and very good times from very good runners this marathon. I'm glad we were able to get a PB for you as well here.
Yeah, I'm surprised I got a PB. I haven't run this game in a little while, so I'm a little bit rusty, but very hyped to get a PB. So while GLaDOS is flying off into the sky, I'm going to very quickly plug my own Twitch channel, where I speedrun both Portal, and I also run another game called Trauma Center Second Opinion. It's anime surgery, basically. Played on the Wii, so it requires quite a bit of precision, but also a bit of a laugh. And I also want to plug the Portal speedrunning community. Would definitely recommend checking out the resources if you're looking to play this game, run this game at all. Glitchless, inbounds, outbounds. or Inbounds No SLA. Any of those categories, if you're interested at all in running this game, I would highly recommend going to the speedrun.com page and taking a look at the resources. It's probably the most well-documented set of resources ever that I have seen personally, so would highly recommend stopping by there. And there is a Discord as well where people are plentiful in helping you out. They are very happy to do so.